For 40 years, Mr. Elias had been the head gardener for a wealthy family, the Vanderbilts. He was a man of the earth, quiet and weathered, who understood the language of soil and stone better than he understood people. He was often ignored by the family, seen as just another part of the scenery at their magnificent estate. One sunny afternoon, the Vanderbilts were hosting a large, lavish garden party. Dozens of guests in bright, expensive clothes mingled on the grand stone terrace that overlooked the estate's famous tiered gardens. Laughter and music filled the air. Mr. Elias was trimming hedges nearby when he noticed something no one else did. On the face of the massive stone retaining wall that supported the upper terrace, a tiny hairline crack had appeared. To anyone else, it would be nothing. To Mr. Elias, who had built that wall with his own hands decades ago, it was a terrifying sign. The recent heavy rains had put immense pressure on the old stone. He rushed to find Mr. Vanderbilt, who was laughing with a group of friends. "Sir, you must move everyone off the terrace immediately," Mr. Elias urged, his voice low and urgent. Mr. Vanderbilt, holding a glass of champagne, turned with a look of annoyance. "Elias, don't be ridiculous. We have guests. Whatever it is can wait." "No, sir, it cannot wait," Mr. Elias insisted, his usual quiet demeanor gone. "The wall is failing. It's not safe." A few guests overheard and chuckled. The idea of the grand, solid terrace collapsing seemed absurd. "The old man is losing his mind," someone whispered. But Mr. Elias stood his ground. He looked at the crowd of people standing unknowingly on the brink of disaster. He made a decision. He strode to the center of the terrace and shouted, his voice echoing across the garden. "Everyone off the terrace, now! The wall is breaking!" Panic and confusion erupted. People looked at the old gardener as if he were crazy, but his sheer conviction made them hesitate. And in that moment of hesitation, a deep groaning sound came from beneath their feet. The tiny crack on the wall suddenly split wide open. Screams replaced the laughter as everyone scrambled for safety. Just seconds after the last person had stepped off the stone, the entire terrace retaining wall gave way with a deafening roar, sending tons of stone and earth crashing down into the garden below. Where dozens of people had stood laughing moments before, there was now only a gaping hole and a cloud of dust. Silence fell over the stunned crowd. They stared at the wreckage, then at the old gardener, who stood, trembling but safe, on the lawn. He wasn't part of the scenery. He was their savior. His quiet observation and loud warning had prevented a tragedy. That day, they learned that true wisdom doesn't always come from wealth or status, but from the person who pays the closest attention to the world around them.